Hey, Mike with Rove Pest Control here. And did you know some people are using bed bugs as a weapon? Stay tuned to find out more. So, it's kind of crazy, but there's actually a story recently where a gentleman used bed bugs as a weapon, as a form of revenge. And basically what happened is he had bed bugs in his apartment and was getting really frustrated, and obviously it's not something fun to deal with, and it's going to vary from person to person, location to location. But in this instance, the landlord was responsible for getting rid of these bed bugs, and it was taking a long time. Anyway, he had to leave and move out because he couldn't handle living with all these bed bugs, which is totally understandable. And so he went basically to City Hall to report this landlord, like, hey, he's not doing what he said he was supposed to do. And what happened is then he had to move somewhere else. And so what City Hall ended up doing was letting this new location know, hey, just as a heads up, this guy might be bringing in bed bugs, just something to be aware of. You just moved from somewhere that had them. And basically what happened is then he got kicked out of that next apartment, right? And so he went back to City Hall, super mad, hey, what can you do? I need a place to stay. I don't want to be homeless. And whatever happened, he didn't actually qualify for government assistance. And so he ended up basically using and dumping a cup full of bed bugs on an employee's desk and releasing bed bugs into the environment and using it as a weapon. And they ended up closing down City Hall. They had to, call in pest control experts to handle the situation. And, it all worked out where they were able to go back to work and, still use City Hall. But it's kind of crazy, and it brings up a couple points that you really want to be aware of. And, one of how can this actually benefit you, or what does this matter beyond just an interesting story, right? Well, one thing is that bed bugs can really be found in a lot of different places. Most people think they're really only going to be found in rundown apartments and, dumpy motels, different things like that, right? But in reality, they can be found in a lot of different places. So that could be office buildings, hotels, motels, public transportation, trains, planes, different things like that, where bed bugs are really hardy creatures and hard to get rid of, but they also like to travel, right? So what will happen a lot of times is if you go into a bed bug infested area, maybe you set your luggage down on a bed that has bed bugs, or you're traveling and you lay out your clothes on a bed and some bed bugs get on. Well, they a lot of times will travel back through your luggage, on your clothes, on the clothes that you're wearing, right? And then they'll get into your home and cause issues and spread from there. So again, a couple things to really keep in mind, that you can find them all over the place, but if you are traveling, pay close attention to your luggage and clothes and make sure you don't bring them back with you. And if you find that you were in an area that was infested with bed bugs, be sure to wash all of your clothes, with hot water, put them in the dryer for at least 30 minutes on high heat, because heat is one effective way to kill bed bugs. And what's happening a lot is they're developing resistance and tolerance to a lot of different pesticides and products that pest control companies will use, so they can be really hard to get rid of. So what's cool about Rove Pest Control, for example, is we use a heat treatment, and what that does is we'll use specific heat treatments to raise the temperature in the rooms that are being treated to levels that bed bugs can't survive. And what's cool about that is it's totally safe. Again, you're not going to have to worry about all kinds of different property damage that can sometimes go with using a chemical treatment, throwing away bed sheets, clothes, different things like that, where again, we can come in, use that treatment, and after a few hours, it's going to be safe to go in as well. So, obviously don't leave things that can easily melt, in the area, but it's relatively safe, and especially for your home where if you have pets and kids, you can come back to the area very quickly. So again, a couple of things to keep in mind, to be on the lookout, that again, it's not just in hotels that you can find bed bugs. You can find them in a lot of different places, but you can really want to be on the lookout to make sure they don't get into your home, and if you do, take preventative steps to keep it from spreading. But in almost every case, you're going to need to reach out to a pest control service to get rid of these bed bugs, because there's not really a whole lot you can do on your own to eliminate the issue. So again, hopefully you guys got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And then if you are a first-time customer with us, you can head on over to rovepestcontrol.com 50 off and enter your information for $50 off your first service with us. So if you have a bed bug issue, maybe some other pest issue, or maybe you just want to set up a general pest control prevention program, head on over to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off. And again, if you're a first-time customer with us, you can get that great discount. But thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.